Alright, so after a lot of bead stroking and hammer work, I think I've come up with a solution now. So what I did is I wedged this till I got the distances the same, 9mm, and they're square now, so they run square to the body. And what I did is, I don't know if you can see that down there, but I broke a few welds on this side. They were the tack welds, so I broke them free just with a big hammer, and then so I threw that bar through earlier, and that gave me my height that I was after on both sides. Well, this was still up high, so that was still sitting high, and sorry. And then I got a strap, and I ran at my level, this level, perfectly in the center. Plus I knew it was anyway from the laser level, so these beams are perfectly level, so I knew that was. And then what I kept doing was putting it up onto this beam and then ratcheting down, essentially pulling this edge. It seems like this corner of the whole cab was up, so I just kept ratcheting down until I got it into the center again, so you can see. And then when I transfer between the two, it's the same. So you can see that the bubble, it was way off. Up the top, when this was up here, when I first started, the bubble was right up to the end. And when I started jacking down on it with the ratchet, it slowly brought this whole corner of the cab down, which brought the bubble back into the center. And it also in turn brought this height down on this side. Because I'd broken the weld over there, it allowed me to sort of just bring this corner down. So I'm very happy with that. A lot of buggerizing around, believe me. It didn't just happen. So that's good. And the other side does it as well, so I can go between all these levels now and everything's level. So now what I'm going to do is get on the floor on this and weld the guts out of this thing. And I might even just weld a couple of stays here just for the moment. Actually, I don't need to. I've got a wedge in the other side and it wants to go the other way, so I think once I weld and let it cool, it should be good. I mean, I can always come back later and slice these if I need to, but at the moment getting it on there is quite an important thing, and level, square. You know, I basically want to make sure this car runs down the road straight. So a lot of fart arsing around. That's quite a big achievement today. It probably doesn't seem like that much on video, but if you take into consideration this is just a lumpy old rust bucket that's obviously either been in a few crashes or something or other, but it definitely wasn't square, so doing it this way definitely helped out. So setting the level up and then making sure the frame was square again, because obviously something happened and it had moved. Although that didn't really make a big difference in the long run, making sure these beams were level was. So once I welded them on there and then fixed up this height, I knew for sure that even if the floor was uneven, what I'm working on is exact. So yeah, you probably can't see it now, but those lines are still on the corners, which is the most important thing. So that's also good. Now I can run through there and scribe a line, and that'll be a dead level line that I can work to as well, which is nice. So yeah, slowly catch the monkey, someone once told me. So I'm going to get down on the ground now and weld the hell out of this thing, and then stand back and take about 50 more measurements in about 20 minutes once it's cooled down. So I'll bring you back, I suppose.